too many subjects, 5 or 6, 7 subjects. My bag was this big. I had about 10 kilos of books. And luckily the kids these days, they're going to get an iPad, a computer. There's no books, it's all going to be online. It's possibly the reason I should go to the chiro once a month as well. So, dodgy lower spinal injury. Also looking at paper, millions and millions of dollars spent on paper. Just look at Coles Supermarket or Woolworths Supermarkets. Together they spend over $15 million in point of sale, point of purchase advertising. So when you walk into the supermarket, you've got the cardboard cutout of Jamie Drury or one of the famous sports stars. Gets thrown away. It has a life cycle of maybe 4 to 6 weeks, 8 weeks if you're lucky. Gets thrown in the bin, or if we're lucky, recycled. Did you know 3 million tonnes worth of paper, 2011, was used within Australia? 3 million tonnes. So the majority of paper is imported into Australia. Last year, the biggest mill in Tasmania was closed down. So most of the paper is now imported from Korea, Japan, Italy, Scandinavia. But only 10 to 15% is actually produced here locally. Also think about the use of paper. Is it under threat? Do you print emails? How many emails do you print? Paper usage for reams of A4 and A3 paper has gone up year on year, last 10 years. The reason it's gone up, people print out emails. So the paperless office, is it true? Looking back in the 70s and the 80s, nobody was going to be printing paper. We use more of it now. We use more paper in this digital revolution. Is it exciting? Well, is origami exciting? You could argue yes. Paper planes, little dragons that move around. I think it's exciting. So also, is it under threat? If you receive an invite, would you prefer an email or would you prefer a card or wedding invite? I know what I prefer. A tangible invite. It's exciting, you receive it in the post. Fantastic. But also, with paper, there's the pros and cons. You can argue day in, day out. With plantations, there's illegal logging in the world. But also to combat that, the paper industry, what they're doing today, they're actually using logos, FSC. FSC, what does that stand for? The Forest Stewardship Council. And there's a chain of custody. If that stamp is on any paper product, or any bit of timber, in Bunnings for example, that would have a chain of custody from the plantation that goes to the paper mill, that's from the exporter or importer, all the way through to the marketing brochure, such as this 6-page DL here. If that had a logo on with FSC, you'd have to have a serial number. You could trace that back all the way to where it's been grown over the last number of years. So again, look out for that logo. It's from a sustainable source. So again, is it under threat? Yes, it is, but it's still a use for paper. I use it every day in my job. I work in the printing industry. So it is good and bad, but again, look for the sustainable sources and it's all value. And you can actually say it's been recycled, or it's from a Scandinavian paper merchant. And if there's an FSC logo and a number, you can type that into the internet and it will tell you where that products come from. So it's fantastic. To conclude, I'll let you say, next time you go into the bathroom and you've got the option of using a hand dryer or a paper towel, think about the energy that's been used to make the paper towel, or the energy, maybe the dirty coal that's been used for the electricity to use to dry your hands. So with that, is it under threat? Yes and no.